Hi everybody, bonjour tout le monde. We'll wait for some of you to come on. We're gonna play a little today. On va jouer ensemble un petit peu aujourd'hui. Allô Karine. Karine, les aquacolors de Brutus Monroe, je peux pas l'avoir. Mon fournisseur a laissé tomber son compte. Désolée. Hi Tanya. Hi Sonia. So I see a bunch of people popping on. So we're going to play a little today. Hello, Paul. So we'll dabble. Hi, Deirdre. Long time no see. Hello, Karina. Okay. So, hi, Ariel. I'm going to turn the camera. We got some new ATCs in today. Okay. Guylaine a envoyé ceux-là. Puis, j'ai pas vu des noms dessus, donc je pense qu'elle l'a pas posté, donc sont toutes disponibles. Okay, so these are some new ones in from Guylaine. So here, and then she also made these skates. Again, they sparkle and shine. Elle a utilisé indigo blue powders. So she used, oh, you know what? That might be fun to play with today too. We'll see. Okay. So, and then les trois pingouins. So, you know, these are close to my heart. One of these is going to have to be mine. Okay. Skates are lovely. Flowers are lovely, but penguins are close to my heart. Deirdre brought in a batch today, but they were mostly all spoken for. Donc, il me reste 3. Toutes les autres étaient réservées. So that's those. Okay. And the flowers. All right. So we've been doing a whole tidying up. I know this doesn't look tidy, but we've been going through things like crazy. So today I thought... Hi, Nancy, Sylvie, Erin. So today I thought we would play a little bit. Okay, so here I am. And I am going to put you guys up in the in the arm. I have, and we're back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. It seems that when I put you guys up in the arm, it froze. And that's because I pressed on a button. Okay, we're back. And I really want you to be able to see the table, not me. You can see my hair, but all right. So we're going to talk a little bit about Simon's foam. All right, I have a bunch of stencils here I pulled out. I pulled out Distress Oxide inks because that's what was handy. Maybe I'll touch on some paints, we'll see. But the first thing I want to do is talk about the foam. Voilà le foam. Okay, I've talked about it. So, let's see if I can see your comments. There we go. All right, so how does the foam work? We talked about it a little bit yesterday. So let me explain it, okay? You need to be able to heat it in order to get an image in there. So just to give you an idea, oh, I should have grabbed a stamp set too. I will. I'll grab one of Wendy's. Okay, so you take your heat tool and we heat it. You want to wait till your heat tool's warm. And you heat the whole surface. Hello tout le monde. Anybody who missed, oh, I'll say it after. Okay, now that I've heated it, I can take a stencil or a stamp or whatever and press down Actually, I should have done it upside down. So I don't think I heated it enough for this side. So you see, I already got some of the image in there, but I'm going to heat that now and it's going to go away. So that's what's wonderful about the foam. Quand tu le chauffes encore, ça devient comme neuve. So you see it's flat again. And now I'm going to heat it some more. Hi, Leah. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to stamp it right over the stencil. Okay? So now I'm just pushing on it. And now look what I have. So now I have the reverse of my stencil. Now to show you that, now this is going to stay, okay? Donc ça va rester. Il faut pas tout de suite aller étamper parce que tu vas perdre l'image. L'image va rester là. So just to show you the difference between them, I am going to get, yeah, this looks close enough to either evergreen bough or cracked pistachio. So I'm going to take a little bit of cracked pistachio with the stencil, avec le pochoir, okay? And I'm going to show you what the foam is good for, okay? So, voilà, je fais avec mon pochoir. Okay, and my cracked pistachio probably could use a re-inking. Okay. So there's that. Now, what's different when I do the foam, and again, je peux l'appliquer comme ça. I'm going to try a brayer. I'm going to see if I can get good color. I don't know if I have enough ink on here. See, I'm not getting very much. Let's see. Let's see if we can get enough on here to just brayer over the top. Okay. So I probably won't have a full surface. So I am going to take the pad and I'm just going to go like this. And it's just to show you the difference between the two. Donc, je vais l'étamper avec. So do you see the stencil? Okay. Why does it look the same? What'd I do wrong? I did something wrong there because it's supposed to give you the opposite. Isn't that funny? Okay, we're going to try that again. And I wanted to try it with our words. I did want to try it with our words or our numbers. So this can stay like this, okay? I don't know why it just... I can keep stamping it. I can just wipe it off with a baby wipe. Okay, hang on. So I can just wipe it clean with a baby wipe, especially since I'm using Distress Oxide. Et si je veux faire un dessin différent maintenant, voir comme c'est facile. So you see it's already going back to itself. So you see the brick is no longer there. So now I can make a stamp out of any old thing. And here's what I wanted to try. You guys have seen these stencils in the store, right? Except this is going to go better on the bigger one. You've seen these stencils online. And I just thought that this could be a very interesting one to stamp into and make our own stamp. So I am going to heat this again. Okay, and now I'm going to put it on top of this, and I centered it around the big flower in the middle. And let's see what we end up with. Oh, look at that. And so now I can make a stamp of that. Oh, we need a pretty color of ink to show that. What are we going to show it with? Of course, I've got all greens here. I don't want green. All right. I'm going to do twisted citron, because it's a green yellow. I don't worry too much about the cover. Okay. So now I have this beautiful stamped image from this stencil. I'm even going to put it there. I'd rather have more ink than less, okay? And then I can stamp this down. Okay. I needed to stamp it a little harder. C'est juste parce que mes encres sont pas assez juteuses. But you see how beautiful that comes out? Now I could doodle that. I could take a beautiful black pen at any time. I'm going to take my foodie ball. If I wanted to doodle the petals, I could just go around them. And in order for something to look like you actually wanted it to be squiggly lines and not just that you can't hold a pen straight, you do more than one. OK, donc 2 lignes, ça a l'air que vous voulez faire un dessin comme ça, au lieu de juste faire droite. So then you could just play at that point with your images. Okay, I think I'm missing half of a petal here. So I'm going to create it. Et un peu là-bas. So you see, you can doodle, you can do what you want. I could frame the whole thing. And that's it. I could do whatever I want with that now that I've stamped this. And then I could keep this for always, or I could heat it back up. Donc ça, c'est la forme originale. Maintenant, Simon a sorti un nouveau. And for this, I'm going to need some pinks. We want some nice red and pink because I'm going to work with these hearts. Okay? So again, clean it up. Clean's fine. Now we're going to work with this one. This is the new one I showed you guys yesterday. Okay? Qu'est-ce qui est différent de ceux-là? On a un cœur au centre. So now you have 2 choices. You can work on just the heart, or you can work on just the background. So imagine, let's leave it in there. And I did mention Simon's heart stencil. So we're going to take Simon's heart stencil. We are going to get it ready. And we are going to heat our foam. I feel like I'm missing your comments. Yes, you do get the reverse if you use a stamp, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so I want to be ready with my stencil. Vous voulez être prête avec ton pochoir aussitôt que tu finis avec la chaleur. Okay, so you want to be ready with that as soon as you finish. But yes, you would get the opposite, almost like a mirror stamp, if you stamped into here. And I was just looking around to see if I had a stamp that I could show you with it. So that's what I wanted. You see the hearts? So we could then, I really wanted it a bit deeper than that. So I'm going to reheat it because I want to show you something you can do with this. Sorry guys, it's a lot of heat tooling. I didn't think about that. Now, the advantage of this is if you wanted to get a shape from, let's say, a frame you had, okay? Not necessarily a stencil, but a frame. So imagine you had this beautiful antique look on a frame, and you just wanted to get that onto a stamp. You were like, oh, I wish I could have a stamp of this. Well, imagine molding your foam around that. Now, that's better, okay? So I can pop him out now, add ink. Jay, do I have a red ink around there somewhere in that box? What? Let me see. I'm looking for a red or a purple or a pink. None of the above. Okay, we are going to take Blueprint Sketch. We are going to have blue hearts today. And you, did you hear that, guys? Jay said he's blue without me. Isn't that romantic? Okay, this is not, I need to re-ink all of my distress pads because this should be really, really juicy, and it is not. But you see when you put it on with a brayer, you just get a little better coverage. And you roll right off, as you see. Ah, it's one of those days, guys. C'est mercredi. Okay. By the time I get it all on, the ink will be dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little spritz of water. Remember, distress oxides activate with water, as do distress inks. So, our trusted water, our A2 card, et comme j'ai dit, ça c'est plus grand qu'un A2. Okay, so this is bigger than an A2 card. So, I'm going to spray some water. I know you can't see that. I did it off camera. But I sprayed some water, and now I'm going to go as straight as I can on here, and I'm going to stamp. Now, it's very possible that this is going to be a disaster. So you'll all have to forgive me if we pick it up and it's a disaster. Aha. So that's what I wanted to show you. Let's let it dry, or I can heat it. So what you get here is more, you see how you have that outline around the hearts? You can't get that with the stencil. And that's what I was trying to show you with the stencil. You see that outline? So you're really getting the two pieces. C'est les deux morceaux ensemble. Mais maintenant, je peux prendre mon cœur ici, soit étamper quelque chose là, ou je peux prendre le cœur puis faire, je sais pas, une autre couleur. Peut-être un jaune, peut-être un bel jaune. So you could take a whole other color, and assuming your color is wet enough, which we don't know if mine is, okay. So maintenant j'ajoute de jaune partout. And I can spray it again. You're going to have to trust that I sprayed it. Et on a deux choix. Soit de faire une ici, tout de suite au centre. And you really try to get it right on, which I didn't at the top. OK, juste pour vous montrer. Mais l'autre chose que vous pouvez faire, OK, right in the middle. So that comes out very pretty. Or you ink it. OK. Ou vous pouvez l'encrer. Voilà. Puis, je peux étamper sur un autre papier. Stamp it on another piece of paper. And let it dry or dry it. Fais sécher. And again, I'm going to outline it, but this time I'm going to see if my black glaze pen will participate, will actually work for me today. See, it doesn't want to. Back to my foodie ball. Okay, and now I would go around the heart. Je suggère de le couper en premier. Ça c'était mon erreur. I would have cut it first. Okay, but you see, my outline doesn't have to be perfect because I'm doing two. So it looks like I intentionally want this squiggly line. Okay, so right there. Et en même temps, sur ma carte, je peux faire la même chose. Il n'y a rien qui dise que je ne peux pas juste aller sur la carte. Faites la même chose pour que la doodling y sort un petit peu. Okay, and don't think about it. Don't think about drawing a straight line, because I don't know about you guys, but if I try to draw a straight line, it's a disaster. So there I go again. Okay, and now I would take my fussy cutting scissors and I would come here and I would cut out my heart. Okay. So now I could just cut out this heart. And I'm leaving a little white around because I want to show my doodling. So guys, good news. The retro bus is coming back in very soon. If you are still hoping for one, si vous voulez le retro bus de Elizabeth Craft, envoie un courriel ici pour réserver un, parce que j'ai une quinzaine qui s'en vient. Puis après ça, la prochaine batch va pas être avant la fin de février. And now I would just pop this up. Just getting my foam dots. I would take some foam tape, foam dots, and I would pop this up, and you'll see how quickly we have a cute little card front. Now this one is way thicker, so we're just going to go to here. Le foam, il vient en deux épaisseurs. OK? Il vient dans, je pense, c'est 1 mm et 2 ou 2 mm et 3. Voilà, voilà. Puis maintenant, je mets mon cœur tout de suite par-dessus de l'autre. Et voilà, je mets un petit souhait, puis il y en a déjà un petit carte. OK? So really, really cool, very fast to do. So that worked out the way I wanted it to, which I'm glad because the other one didn't. So here's that. And now I'm going to grab a stamp to show you how you can stamp into the opposite as well. So let me see. I'm going to stamp one of Diane's birds so we can have them looking at each other. Okay? And because I love birds and I love Diane, this is going to be a perfect one to do. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the regular, the first one we were doing, just to show you. Oh, I wonder, oh, I have another idea. Okay, on va faire ça en premier. So yeah, the retro bus, guys, if you want that, now's the time. You really need to send an email in. Okay, and I'm going to take the stamp and I'm going to push it right in. Now, I should have put it on an acrylic block so I could give it even pressure, but I'll just push it in like this. It's just my sweater made a dent now, but just to show you. Okay, so I have my bird, which I moved, but he's okay. He'll do fine. And we are going to stamp him. We are going to stamp him in any old color. And maybe we'll use the black. We're going to stamp him in black. On va l'étamper en noir. And where's an acrylic block? I don't have a small block here? I thought I did. Okay. We'll just wing it, as we always do. J'avais un bloc ici, mais je pense pendant mon cours, je l'ai déplacé. So I do have a block here under my mess, but you guys don't need to see me poke through my mess. You just want to see this work. So we're going to take our first little birdie, and we're going to stamp him. Okay. So we stamp him down. And yes, I could take out, I wanted to use, j'ai voulu utiliser le petit mini stamp platform, mais était tout vendu avant que je peux procurer un. So there's my birdie. And now, this better work. Tired of looking like a fool. Now keep in mind, I'm probably gonna cut this guy out. But now I'm gonna get the opposite of him. Which you might say, well, what's the fun in that? And I will show you. Okay, and that's because I moved and didn't have a block. So now I could cut him out parce qu'on n'a pas besoin de tout le contour noir. And I wish I had Simon's 3 cards here. J'ai fait un cours avec Simon Hurley, c'est lui qui a commencé avec la forme. Puis on a fait 3 cartes avec lui, avec 3 techniques différentes. Une avec le pochoir que je viens de te montrer. Une avec une étampe, mais c'était un fleur, donc plus facile à faire. Just going to cut her out. Yes, it's a her, okay? It's a her. And then I think we're going to have a little fun with our oxide inks. Okay. So we're going to play a little bit. Because that's what we're here for, right? On est ensemble pour jouer. So now I have my bird. And what I want to do with him. So you see, now it's like, okay, creepy bird. But what I wanted to do with him, and I've got to find a clean spot, is I wanted now to go and color him a bit. So because he's very mixed media, we're going to put down a little bit of yellow. We're going to put down a little bit of blue. And I want to put down a green. We're going to put down twisted citron. Okay. So now it would be better if I had watercolor paper handy, but oh well, I do. Hang on. Okay. And I'm going to add water to this. Okay. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take my paper first. And I am going to just pat it down in some of this color. Okay. So there, I've got a bit of the color on my background, okay? Hang on, I want some more blue. So now I'm going to dry that. So, j'ai même pas mis de l'eau sur mon feuille. So I didn't even put water on my sheet, okay? Mais la chose la plus spéciale avec les oxydes est qu'on peut mettre une couleur pâle par-dessus d'une couleur foncée, puis on va le voir la couleur encore. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this into some more of the color. So right now I'm building up a background, okay? And then we're going to use the stamp on top of it. Okay, and remember Sandra had asked me about a mixed media background. Well, imagine if we took our card that we made before and just put this right on top of there, and that would be our card, okay? So you could definitely use something like this as a background with that stamp set. But what I wanted to try que j'ai voulu essayer, c'est ici. Si je prends un peu plus de les encres, so if I put a little bit more of the ink down, I don't want to contaminate my pads too much, so je vais le mettre ça, je vais le mettre un petit peu de brun, bleu, et une touche de mon Twisted Citron. Okay, there's just too much blue there to put my Twisted Citron. Okay. And what I want to do, c'est de juste mouiller un petit peu. Et je veux prendre mon étampe, puis je vais juste ramasser un peu de la couleur. Okay? So, I want to see if we could then stamp this on top of here. Now, I really wasn't going to do the whole background on here. J'ai pas voulu faire tout le fond. J'ai voulu juste faire des petites taches. But, you know, go for the gusto. Ah, hang on. Let's see, let's see. We got to dry it to know if we like it. So it's not bad, but je pense qu'il était trop, it was just a little too wet. And what I would do here is, you want it to be straight again, is I would just cut off that edges. And then I would take my yellow heart from here. Let's see if I can pull it off, just to give you another idea. Okay, and that too could just go right in the middle there. And now I get my trusty trimmer and we try to make this straight. And I say try. Okay, so je vais essayer de le faire droite, mais je peux pas te garantir. So there's one side. And then again, you get a mixed media background. So I like that heart. I remember somebody saying yesterday they wish they didn't have the heart in it. They like the size. I think it was Heather. She said, I like the size of the foam, but don't want the heart in there. Well, I really think the heart can do wonderful things. And who can't always use a little heart, a little love in something? All right, let's see if we can get this somewhat straight. Oh, we're getting there. Not really, eh? It's quite wonky. Guys, I couldn't draw straight if I wanted to. Okay, let's see. So we just have to check up here. And we should be good. And voila, you have a card front. So now all we'd be missing, why are you stuck there? What was on the back of this? Whatever it was, stuck to our card. So now we have two different cards, okay? And this one has a nice black spot in the middle. Mais c'est quelque chose collant qui était sur ma tranche. And now all you'd be missing is a little sentiment. So let's find a sentiment, not on Diane's set. I'm going to take one from Wendy Vecchi, okay? So I'm going to stamp on a little piece of white, and we're going to say, give it your best. We're going to say, give it your best. We are going to get my mini platform that I don't have. And I'm going to get this stamp this acrylic block and give it your best. Okay, I'm going to stamp it in black. Notice I'm not using that bird from Diane because what I was thinking of doing I would have had to do completely different, but we're already near the end. So I just want to show you a completed card front. Rare pour moi. Okay, so give it your best. Okay, I can't stamp straight either. And then we're going to cut it out, or you use a die. Si vous avez des matrices qui fait des bannières, vous pouvez faire ça avec la souhait. Okay, so if you had something that would cut out a banner piece, you could do that as well. And almost done. So give it your best. I'm going to take some of my foam dots again, but because my heart is already raised, right, I'm just going to go on this side with the foam. Je vais faire la foam sur cet côté-là. But I hope you guys can see the value of this. I was so excited, and I hope he comes out with other shapes because I really think you could do anything with it. And I think I would ink this a little bit. Okay, just because of the black on the heart as well. Donc, je vais ajouter un peu de noir juste autour. Vous pouvez le matter. You could have also matted it on something. Okay. Now, I could just take these off. And for the first time ever, I'm completing a card front base in front of you guys. So, voila. Give it your best. Now, I would mat this. Actually, I'm going to move this because this is not an A2 right now. So I'm going to move it over just a little because I'm probably going to cut it down. And just leave it there. And now I would put it on a white card. And there you've got a mixed media background. And I think that heart is just perfect in there. So I hope you can see a little bit of value in Simon's heart-shaped foam. I do, if you'll bear with me. Jay, what's the time, please? If you'll bear with me for one more second, I want to try one other stencil on here. Okay, so I'm just washing it. I'm going to wipe it off. So you see how easily it cleans? OK, donc vous pouvez le nettoyer facilement, complètement. And I'll clean there. Kitchen roll, as Diane would call it. And just to be sure, I'm going to do it on the other side so that you guys don't have to watch me flatten the other one. OK, so the stencil I'm dying to see is this one. OK, it's, I don't know, you guys don't see the beauty in it, and I do. I love this stencil. So I figured it's about time I opened one. What's it called? It's De Fairy Hugs, and il s'appelle Sticks, les bâtons, okay? Sticks. So we're gonna heat one more time, guys. One more time. So the only thing I'll say about this is because it's a bigger background, it might be harder to keep it hot long enough. Okay. And now I'm going to turn it over and right away on top of my sticks. Because for some reason, I just think this is fun. And I know we get the same design, but it's different when you stamp it because you do get that little outline around it. Like I was trying to show you with the hearts. So that just looks cool to me, okay? Like really, really cool. I'm gonna heat here because it's such a random pattern. I'm gonna heat here. And I'm going to re-put it in the pattern. Okay, because I didn't feel it had enough there. So, let's see. So, because à cause que c'était comme un motif qui continue pas, je peux remplir les places où je trouve que j'ai pas assez de dessin et je peux refaire dans mon So even there, and now I can just go on here. So it's really, you could build this into a lot of different texture. Okay, so look at that. I could keep layering other textures on here. So let's say I wanted a script right in the middle. Okay, I brought my favorite script, and let's say I wanted script, no, not script. On va faire comme les alphabets. And I'm going to pick just a small area. Où je vais les mettre. Okay, so again, I can design this the way I want. Okay, so now I have that pattern in there. I might want to go here. And put a little bit more of the same pattern. Okay, and so now I've totally changed my background. Watch. And you see, you only have to heat it for a little bit. I might get my palm print in there. So now what's this going to look like? Well, let's have a peek. Let's add some ink on there. What was a color that was working well? Does Blueprint sketch well? It's going to be a bit blotchy, but you'll see what I mean. And you could also probably put paint on here, but I would wash it immediately. Si vous mettrez de peinture dessus, je suggère de laver tout de suite. Okay? So you'd want to wash it right away. All right. Now I'm going to spray just a mist, just un petit peu d'eau. But I really love this foam. I was so excited to get it. OK, encore, c'est juste un mist que j'ai mis. So let's see what we get. Okay, our letters and numbers might be backwards. I'm expecting that. Okay, and it'll dry. Give me a minute for it to dry. But you can see our numbers and letters in with our sticks. I mean, that is so cool. So I don't know about you guys, but I think that's cool. And I just realized, even on our mixed media heart card, we need a little bit of bling. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to put this, and I'm going to remind you guys, if you want the retro bus It is coming back in early next week. J'ai seulement 15 qui s'en vient. So if you want it, send us an email. Envoie un courriel. It is, you can send it to scspecialorders@gmail.com. All right, I don't care about my embellishment package, so why am I trying to be so delicate? Here we go. So usually you should use tweezers for this, but I never do. So I will try with you guys to be good. And I'm going to put one big one there, a smaller one there, and maybe a smaller one here. So these are the Aurora Borealis ones, donc très brillant, très prismatique, de Spellbinders. Et j'en mets une ou deux en haut. Comme ça, il y a seulement 5. So it's an odd number. Okay. Oh, I think I took the glue off of that one. There we go. Voila. A carte done. A card done. Okay? And now look at our background. Just look at that. You see how cool it is? So I could have put 20 different patterns. So it was just fun to do this. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thanks, guys. I hope you learned a little something. I think this is to die for. Maybe you don't. And we have to put this day on record. I finished a card front in the video. Okay? So we got to write that down somewhere, guys. C'est la première fois que j'ai complété une carte pendant votre video. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Next time we can try it with some paint or some other mediums. But I thought this was going to be a lot of fun. So have a good day. That's Simon's foam, heart foam. Okay, I got a bunch, but it'll go quickly when people discover that we have it. This is the sticks. So that was sticks embossing folder and then Simon's hearts. Okay, guys? So if you like the project, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, still give it a thumbs up. Bonne soirée tout le monde. Puis à demain à 4 heures. Je t'aime. Bye.